is local area network, metropolitan area network, and wide area network. But we'll take an example here. The local area network. If suppose if I'm working on a company called as ABC. So my ABC company is having multiple branches around the world. So one is in India, okay, and one is in Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, and then US, Australia, and then okay, we'll take these and UK. Now in Hyderabad, I have a branch which is something like in High Tech City or somewhere. So the branch which is located in High Tech City or any place that I can say it is called as a LAN. So in the Bangalore also it is called as a LAN. In Chennai it is also called as a LAN. In US we call this as a LAN. And in Australia also we call this as a LAN. So every branch is called as a local area network. Without internet also, they can be able to communicate each other. Suppose if you want to share the data from one laptop to other laptop, how exactly you do that? Yeah. How exactly you copy the data? Like now you brought a laptop before 5 years back and which is very, very old and you are not compatible. You can't be able to use some applications in the old laptop or your brother or sister has gave you that laptop which they brought around 10 years back. Now you need to buy a new laptop, but the data which is there on the old laptop is very important and you want to copy the data from old laptop to the new laptop. Then how can you do that? How can you copy paste the configuration from the old laptop to the new laptop? How can you do that? If it is a mobile, if I brought a new mobile, I just use some application, clone the phone and copy all the data to here. But if it is a laptop, how can we do that? Anyone? With the help of pen drive, super Purvi. But that is, if it is a personal laptop, we can do with the help of a pen drive. I brought a pen drive 128 GB or something, I can do that. But if you got an office laptop, now you got a job and you're working from last 5 years, for example, I'm taking. So, and they gave you a new laptop and the help desk guy or the desktop engineer has told you that, hi Purvi, please try to copy the data which is there on your old laptop to the new laptop because you need to submit your old laptop to the desktop team, correct? Then how can you copy that? And pen drive will not work. USB is blocked in companies. The pen drive option will not be there and USB is blocked. Then what is the next option? What could be the next option? Cloud. Okay, then next option is cloud. So if I take a free cloud, something like if I take Google Cloud or Google Drive or some other drive, you will have, if it is a OneDrive, you will have around 5 GB. And if it is Google Drive, you are having 15 GB space. But your data is above 300 GB, which you want to copy. So if I try to copy from 15 GB, first try to copy 15 GB to the cloud, and I need to log in the same account to my new laptop, download it, remove it, add, which may take so much of time, right? Then what is the other option? Cloud is good option, but if it is less data, it is fine. But if it is more than 100 GB, then you can't be able to use. Then what is the next option? What could be the next option? Anyone? Then we are using a cable which is called as patch cable. Have you heard about patch cable? Anyone? Anyone has heard about patch cable? Yes or no? Okay, let me take in a different way. Now, when you buy a router at your home, in the box they will give you a cable, right? Yellow color cable. Have you seen that data? Have you seen that cable anytime? Anyone? Hello? Yes, someone has seen and Purvi has told used to data transfer. Okay, good. So we are using a patch cable. Let me show you that. Have you seen this cable anytime? Anyone? These cables. It will be in a different color also. We'll have multiple colors will be there. So this is the cable what we are using. I'm connecting from my laptop 1 to laptop 2 with this cable. I'm connecting laptop 1 to laptop 2 by using this cable, and then I can copy the data but in a different way. The method is run, and then you just need to put something like this. What drive you want to access. But for this you should have a username and password of the second laptop. So by using this method means the first PC should have an IP address, the second PC should have an IP address, and with the help of this command, it can be any IP address in between. With the help of this, I'm trying to access the second machine C drive by using a username and password, and once you logged in, you can copy the data. Is it clear? This is what we can do. And the next one, once it is done, then I will go to D drive also. Same method, just put D drive and put the username and password and copy the data. This is, then do we require internet for this to copy the data? Do we require internet to copy from one PC to other PC? Okay, good. We don't require any internet. So in the same way, within the LAN also, if we need to have a communication, I just need a device called as switch. I just need a device called as a switch. So switch is a, yes, we can use Wi-Fi also. Good, Purvi, I guess you are having good knowledge. But if suppose if it is a PC, then you can't do it. We can't do it, right? If it is a Wi-Fi, we can do that. But the problem with the Wi-Fi is data transfer rate will be somewhat slow. Yes or no? Data transfer rate in the Wi-Fi is somewhat slow if you compare with the cable. Yeah. So switch is a device where we are connecting. Let me show you that switch also. We do practicals on the switch. So these are called as switches. It is having multiple ports are there, right? You see here we are having around 48 ports are there in this. So I can connect 48 PCs to this switch. So without internet also, I can be able to communicate from one PC to other PC, which is called as switch. With the help of a switch, I can be able to communicate within the LAN. Within the LAN, we can be able to communicate. Okay, now this is about local area network. Now within the Hyderabad, I have two branches are there. Some is in location 1 and the other one is location 2. So location 1 and location 2 are having something like, but within the city, 10 kilometers. The location 1 and location 2 are having 10 kilometers. Then can I say this is called as a local area network? Both are having more distance, right? Can I say this is called as a local area network? Anyone? Can we say this is called as a local area network? We never say this is called as a local area network. We call this as MAN. You can have multiple branches. If we take an example of Infosys. Infosys, we are having two branches in Hyderabad. One is in Gachibowli, another one is in Pocharam, which is in Uppal. And if we take in Bangalore, they got multiple TCS branches are there, multiple Infosys branches are there, multiple IBM branches are there, multiple are there. But if I need to have a communication within the city, we call this as MAN, Metropolitan Area Network. I guess you heard a word called metropolitan, metro trains, metro buses, correct? So those trains or buses which will roam within the city only. They can't go other state or other city, right? The same way here also, we are using metropolitan area network. Within the city, you can have multiple branches. For that, we are using a type of connection which is called as metropolitan area network. But do we require internet for this? Depends. Options. You got one option is MPLS is one option, and the second option is lease line. It's the second option. Multi-protocol label switching. This is the one of the method what most of the companies are using, but we'll discuss more on this technologies when we are doing WAN configurations. Okay, so this is one of the option, and ILL is one more option which you can go. But these are very costly solutions, very costly. So instead of that, you can go with WAN only. Within the city also, you can go with WAN. That's the best option. Okay, so this is one of the option which you can use for what metropolitan area network. Is it clear? Is it clear, everyone? Okay. So within the city, you can have multiple branches. If you want to have a communication between one branch to other branch within the city, I can go with metropolitan area network. But now we are having multiple branches around the world. We are having multiple branches around the world. Now I need to have a communication between one branch to other branch, one LAN to other LAN. I need to have a communication between one LAN to other LAN, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai. I want to communicate with the people who are in Bangalore. I want to communicate with the people who are in Chennai, Australia, US, UK, everyone, because I need to work with them, right, in the company. Yes or no? Then how can I work with them? So we need to have a connectivity which is called as wide area network, which is called as wide area network. For this compulsory, we require internet. For this compulsory, we require internet. Without internet, you can't be able to communicate from one LAN to other LAN. Is it clear? Within the LAN, within the branch, we call this as a LAN. Within the city, we call it as a MAN. From one place to other place, Hyderabad to Bangalore, Chennai, US, Australia, UK, Orissa, or any place around the world, we call this as wide area network. For this compulsory, we require internet, which is wide area network. Is it clear about these three? These are the basic things what we learn. And then we go to the most important and very important concept, which is called as OSM model. Next, we learn OSM model. So basically in this 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What are these numbers? In this OSM model, these things are there. Anyone? Any idea? Amrita? Someone? Avinash? Pavan? We learn these things in the college. If you are if you are computer science, which is called as OSM model. So in this, we are having 7 layers. We call this as 7 layers. The first layer is application layer, and the second layer is presentation layer, and the third layer is session layer, and the fourth layer is transport layer, and the fifth layer is network layer. Sorry, and the third layer, and then second layer is called as data link layer, and the first layer is called as physical layer. Then what are these? What exactly these things does? What you learned on the college? I guess you heard about these things, right, everyone? If you are ECE or computer science, yes or no? Have you heard about this, anyone? Yes. Who we heard about this? And what about others? Okay, Amrita, yes. Avinash, no. Okay. Then we learned in and Sai Pavan, sorry, the Pavan also, yes. So in these 7 layers, what exactly we do is how the data will be transmitted. Now I'm talking to you, right? I'm using an application to interact with you. So WebEx is an application to interact from my laptop to your phone or your laptop, something or the other. So where do you log in? Correct? Yes or no? So if I need to communicate with you, I need to have something about you. Without that, can I be able to communicate with you? I want to send a message. My team has sent you a message. Hi guys, we are having a demo session at 12 o'clock at 12:30. They send you a message. Yes or no? So they are using an application to interact with you. They're using a feature to interact with you. They're trying to reach you on call. They're trying to send you a message on WhatsApp or something or the other. Yes or no? So we need to use an application to interact with someone. I want to communicate with my friend who is in US. Then if I call with the direct number, which is more costly, then I use WhatsApp. Then I use Telegram call, Instagram call, Facebook call. or we used to use earlier Skype calls when we don't have these things. So anything I can use and I can be able to communicate with you. Yes or no? So we need to have an interface to interact with the service. Okay? We call this as interface. Is it clear? So in application layer, if I want to access facebook.com or gmail.com from my laptop, I'm using an interface which is called as a browser. Without a browser, can you access gmail.com or facebook.com? Is it possible, everyone? Is it possible or not? Come on, guys, please respond. We can't. So we can't be able to communicate with any website without an application. So that is called as interface. Web browser is called as an interface. To access gmail.com, I'm using an interface which is called as a browser to interact with the website. And then next one is presentation layer. What is presentation layer? What exactly it does? Presenting the data in a standard format. Now I'm sending a audio message to you, and then you are able to hear within fraction of milliseconds or seconds. Correct? I'm in a different place and you guys are in a different place. Yes or no? So how exactly I'm delivering the data you are able to receive on the same format? But I believe the laptops or the routers, the laptops or the phones, they cannot understand our human language. Then what they will understand? What kind of language they can understand? What kind of language they can understand? Anyone? What a laptops understand? What language the laptop understand? What language the phone understands? Computer language. What is that computer language? Yes, you are correct. Computer language. But what is that computer? Super. Binary language. We call this as binary. Then what is binary? Zeros and ones. So when I'm sending any data, I'm sending hi, how are you message. So I'm sending a text message and you are able to receive the text message. But how exactly it will be converted? We call the type as encoding and decoding. We call this type as encoding and decoding. What is encoding? Converting any form of data. Converting any form of data into binary. It can be audio message, video message, or anything. It will convert to, so this will be converted into zeros and ones. Yes or no? Converting any form of data into binary is called as zeros and ones, so which is called as encoding. And you have received my message. Hi Avinash, how are you? Hi Purvi, how are you? Hi Amrita, how are you? Hi Pavan, how are you? I send a message. Then once you received, they will receive the binary form into their phone and it will be converted into the actual format. It will be converted into the actual format. 1 second. Yeah, now this is good. So they will receive in actual format, which is hi, how are you? But we don't know what exactly happens in the middle, right? We got many things are there. But I'm just going with encoding and decoding. So whenever I'm sending any data, where is this cursor? Whenever I'm sending in data, the first my data will be encoded, and once the data has been received by you, it will be decoded. Encoding and decoding. Is it clear? But I need to have a security. Okay, I'm sending a data and you are able to receive it. Okay, everything looks fine. But do I have security for that? Do you have any security? When I'm sending any message, you are able to receive it. We know only that. But we are having some attackers will be there in the middle, which is called as man in the middle. Have you heard about this one, anyone? Man in the middle attack. No one? No one heard about this? Have you heard about call tapping? Call tapping. Call tapping. What is a call tapping? If suppose if I'm talking to Pavan, the man in the middle, he will try to listen my calls, what I'm speaking and what the other guy is speaking. Yes or no? They will tap our call. Is it clear? This is the oldest feature what we are using before mobile phones, before STD calls, before ISD calls. We call this network, we call this type of connections as dial-up modem connections. I guess, I don't know whether you know it or not. Before 25 years back, we don't use ISD calls. Nowadays, if you got in Bangalore or somewhere, I can call you easily. It will not charge much. It will not charge anything, right? Within the India, everything is local. But before 25 years back, at that time, you can't be able to dial any number outside of your city. Then I need to take help of telephone exchange. I need to take help of telephone exchange, and I need to give the number which you want to contact. That type of connection is called as a trunk call. We call that call as trunk call. They used to use earlier before 25 to 30 years back. Okay. So then the person in the middle can be able to hear our conversations also. He'll put a conference call. Now we call it as a conference, but the person in the middle can be able to hear everything, right? Then where is my security then? So then when I'm sending any data also, do I have any security here? No security. Then in the WhatsApp, from last 5 years or 6 years, we are seeing end-to-end encryption. Have you seen that anytime? End-to-end encryption. Have you seen that anyone? Yes. So we call this as end-to-end encryption, which is in this also it use the data what we are sending, everything will be encrypted on one side, and in the other side, data will be decrypted. You can do one thing, like you just open your WhatsApp and try to ping a new contact. Don't ping, just open it. Try to ping a new contact in the WhatsApp. Then you can see in the top of your screen, you can see end-to-end encryption. Only sender and receiver can be able to see this message, but not everyone. Then what exactly happens here? The method is called as encryption and decryption. Encryption and decryption. Then what is this encryption and decryption? The data which I am sending, hi, how are you message, or the binary code, everything will be encrypted here. Everything will be encrypted. 1 second. The data will be encrypted into something like this. Okay, so can I be able to understand this? No, right? You can't be able to understand. So data will be encrypted something like this on my side, and it will be sent to the destination first. Before binary, it will send this message. Then this data will be decrypted and then decoded. Is it clear, everyone? So this layer is very important, right? Presentation layer is very important, but everything will be done background. We don't require to do anything. Everything will be taken care by the presentation layer only. Is it clear, everyone? So this is the main important thing what you are having on the presentation layer. Have you heard about these points anytime in your college? Who has done BTech or CSE? Have you heard about this, anyone? Encryption, decryption, encoding, decoding. Okay. Yes, good. Then the next one is session layer. The next one is session layer. Then what is exactly session layer? Initiating a session, maintaining a session, and terminating a session. What is initiating, maintaining, and terminating? Our example, we'll take our example only, which is we got everyone is connected to the meeting. At what time the session is initiated and how much time we are in the session, at what time the session is ended. Means initiating, starting a session, maintaining a session, how much time we are in the session, and then terminating a session, ending the session. So all those things will be recorded on the session layer of the OSM model. If you take an example, if you take your browser, Chrome is the worst browser and the best browser also. If you are running multiple tabs on your browser, and one or the other website is not responding, then you can see on the top of the screen, not responding, correct? And if you try to close that also, it will not close sometimes, correct? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? You try to open a browser and the browser got stuck. And you try to click on into mark, the website is not closing. Then what exactly you do? What you do when you got the same a situation? Yes, anyone? What do you do when you got those? What you have done, Pavan, Amrita, Avinash? Restart. That's the worst option. We should not do that. So further the option is go to task manager. Have you heard about task manager in your laptop? No, we try to close the application, but the application will not close. When I close this into mark, it is showing not responding here. Then the last option which you can do is go to the browser, right click and end task. Is it clear? Means what are the things which are doing? Everything is showing on the task manager. If I expand this, how many browsers I'm using now? Let me close one, right click and end task. See, one is closed, end task. And the other one is also closed. Yes or no? So, but I want to close everything. Then just click on this and end task. See, everything is closed. Yes or no? So, what are the things which are using everything is closed by using a task manager? In the real time also, we never restart, we just close only. We just go to task manager and end session. Then automatically the tab will be closed. We don't have to do anything. Is it clear? Means how it is doing, how it is capturing all the data, which is called a session layer. For each and every session, a session ID will be created on the task manager. If something is not responding, then I go to the task manager and click on the end session. Is it clear, everyone? This is what exactly happens on. Means if you relate this OSM model to your real time, what you are doing daily, then you can understand easily. Means when I'm teaching also, I'll relate everything to the real time. So that when you are doing something, okay, this belongs to my PC is not responding, my browser is not responding. Okay, it comes to the session layer. So I want to go to some place. This comes under network layer. And then I'm sending a packet and how the destination is able to receive it. So I'm able to send a packet and then he's able to receive my data, what I'm sending. How he is receiving? Okay, so it comes under presentation layer. Data is encoded, encrypted, everything will be done, correct? Okay. And then the next layer is very important again, and you are using this also daily, which is what is this? Single tick, double tick, and blue ticks. Nowadays we can hide blue ticks also, but in general I'm talking about. What is this exactly? In WhatsApp we use this, right? Single tick, double tick, and blue ticks. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Have you seen that anytime? Is everyone using WhatsApp or not? Yes. So when you see a single tick, what does that mean? Okay, I'm able to send a packet. So I'm sending a hi Amrita, how are you? I'm able to send a packet, but Amrita is having bad signals in his and so in her mobile, and or she is in out of station where it is where she does not have any signals, or maybe battery got drained, her mobile is switched off. Something or the other reason. But I'm able to send a packet. Yes or no? But when I see two ticks, double tick, okay, Amrita has received my message. For each and everything, you are getting an acknowledgement. So I'm right or wrong? Single tick, send a message, but not delivered. When it is delivered, not seen, you can see double tick. When you see blue ticks, it means, okay, they have read my message. So for each and everything, I'm getting an acknowledgement. I'm right or wrong? We call this in technical terms as sync. Sync and acknowledgement. I'm sending a sync packet to you, and then I'm getting a Synac packet, and then acknowledgement. These are the three things we'll use on the transport layer of the OSM model, which is three-way handshake. 1 second, guys. 1 minute, please. Okay, I'm back. So we call this as three-way handshake. We call this as three-way handshake. Three-way handshake. Guys, am I audible? Hello? Yes, okay. So we call it as three-way handshaking. Are we using this one in the real time or not? Yes, we are using. If something is not working, we do only three-way, we do troubleshoot by using three-way handshaking. Now Pawan has joined into a company and he got a job. Someone has called, hey Pawan, I'm not able to access this website. Can you please help me in resolving this? Then we need to check, okay, whether you are able to send a packet to the website or not. Okay, I'm able to send. Whether you are getting a response or not. No, means the issue would be from the client side, not from our side. Like if you take an example, in India we got blocked some websites, some applications also after lockdown. Yes or no? TikTok or some gaming websites, everything has been blocked. So how they have blocked? When someone is trying to access, you will get a message as website has been blocked due to TRAI regulations. Have you seen that anytime? TRAI, TRAI regulations. No one? When you access some Tamil Rockers website or any other website which is banned in India, if you try that website, you will get a message as website has been blocked as per the TRAI regulations. It means what is TRAI? Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. They blocked these websites from India side. If you take Jio or Vodafone or Idea or Airtel, any vendor, they have blocked this website. And every vendor will be on sync. Okay, this website is blocked on Airtel. Maybe this will open on Jio. No, everyone will follow the same rules as per the Indian government. Is it clear? So that I'm able to send a packet, but I'm not getting any response. Then we need to troubleshoot from there. Okay, is this website is opening from outside of the internet or not, or company or not? Okay, the website is not working within the company, but whether I'm able to open this website from my personal device or not. Okay, I'm able to open. Then what exactly it is? Maybe company has blocked this website. Yes or no? We need to think in multiple ways. And then we are going with network layer of the OSM model, but we still more are there on the transport layer, which is called a TCP, UDP and everything, but we'll go later. And now network layer. So now I'm in Hyderabad and I want to go to Bangalore. How many paths are there? Routes. I mean, it's not paths, routes. How many routes are there? We can have 2 to 3 paths. In the first path, I can reach in 8 hours. In the second path, I can reach in 10 hours. The third path, I can reach in 14 hours. Then which one is better? So which one is better, guys? To reach the destination. If you want to go any place also, you choose the shortest path, correct? Your Google map will show you multiple paths. But what exactly the Google map will show you? Shortest path to reach the destination will be the best. So that will be done by using network layer, by using routers with the routing protocols. By using routing protocols. And then how exactly we need to configure a router, and we'll see all those things. And then in this mainly it will work with MAC address. Have you heard about MAC address, anyone? Anyone has heard about MAC address? Yes, good. So MAC address is also called as a physical address. Every device will have this MAC address. Same like your mobile IMEI number. I guess you heard about IMEI number, right? In your phone. Yes or no? IMEI number. When you lost your phone, you need to give a complaint to the police station by using this IMEI number only, correct? The same way, every device also will have a unique number, which is called as a MAC address. Then how can I find my MAC address in my PC? Come on. Command prompt, and then I'm having multiple NICs. Get MAC is one command. These are the physical addresses or MAC addresses which I'm having in my laptop. Or IP config space / all. It will show you more detail. I'm using Wi-Fi. Okay. So Wi-Fi physical address. My LAN is Bluetooth physical address. And VMware adapter physical address. For each and every adapter is having a physical address. Is it clear? So MAC address will work on physical layer of the OS model. And lastly, now how we are able to connect? I'm using a WebEx meeting or something. But how we are physically connected from one place to other place? Any idea? Like where are you from, Avinash? Hello, Avinash. Where do you stay? In which city? Amrita? Okay, Avinash is in Manikonda, Hyderabad. Okay. And Amrita? Purvi? Okay, Karnataka. Okay, next. So, and Arshad? Pavan? We guys are in different places, right? We guys are in different places. But how we are able to communicate each other? How we are able to communicate? And within fraction of milliseconds, you are able to receive my data and I'm able to receive what you are talking. Yes or no? So everyone, were able to communicate each other. But how it is possible? Do we have are we communicating through satellites or how exactly we are able to communicate? Any idea? We are having physical connectivity between one place to other place. And the cable what we are using is called as optical fiber cable, OFC. We are using optical fiber cables between one place to other place. Anywhere around the world, if I'm in India and then Amrita is in UK and Avinash is in Australia and then Purvi is on some other location like US, like we are able to communicate each other, but how it is possible? Everywhere around the world, we are having a physical connectivity. Let me show you that. OFC, sorry, OFC under oceans. Now you can see everywhere around the world, the cables are laid under the oceans. If you see this diagram, anywhere around the world, the cables are laid under the oceans. See? And this is one of the cabling. So they put everything under the oceans also. This is the cabling. See? Everything is under the oceans only. You can stay on anywhere around the world, but still we lay under the ocean. See? The people are laying under the cables, right? Yes or no? The people are working under the oceans to put the cables. So this is what exactly happens in the real time. Everything goes through cabling only. But at the end, we are using Wi-Fi. But from one country to other country, everything is cabling only. Is it clear, everyone? So this is about the OSM model, and then we go to the main CCNA concepts. These are the topics what exactly we teach on. 1 second, let me show you that. So these are the concepts what we are taking on CCNA, and we are having concepts of CCNP and firewalls also. So first we start with the basic networking, OSM model, IP addressing. What is an IP address? What is the use of IP address? And which IP address we are using now? All those things we'll cover here. And then we go to the CCNA. In this CCNA, we we know what routers we are using at our home, D-Link or TP-Link or Netgear or something or the other routers, right? Yes or no? But in the real time, we never use those routers. We use only Cisco routers. Then how do you configure the Cisco router? Is it not like a D-Link or any other router? It's not like that. So every router is pre-configured. Though, so every router is pre-configured at the home-based broadband connections. But if you go to companies, the routers what we are using in the companies, we never, those routers are not pre-configured actually. Is it clear? Everything we need to start from the scratch. How do you configure IP, passwords, everything. But when you buy a router at your home, you don't configure anything, right? Just a username, Wi-Fi username, Wi-Fi password. Apart from that, do you configure anything on the router? Do you configure anything on that router? Anyone? You don't configure, right? Yes, correct. Good. So, but in a Cisco routers or any other vendor, we need to configure everything manually. Then how exactly we need to configure? We'll see from the scratch. And we need to do in multiple ways, which is we do it on simulations where you can do practice from home, and in the lab you can do on the routers also, physical devices. And then we go to, okay, once router is configured, I want to connect to internet. Then what type of protocols we need to use, what type of configuration we need to use, everything we'll discuss on the CCNA. And then we go to the switching. Switching also, how do you configure a switch, how do you configure a few features on the switches, what is the difference between switch and a router. And then some advanced concepts are also there, and in this I'm teaching Python also. Not full stack Python, automation Python. How you can use Python for network users. Like I used to have a question when I'm a student. You can ask me the same question. So when I'm a student, the people who are teaching, if they are teaching this much, why can't they get a job? You got the same question or not? If I know Python, if I know everything, then I should do a job, right? I'm doing it. I'm working. I'm working and I'm teaching. Teaching is my passion actually. Initially, I started my career with teaching and then moved to IT companies, working and teaching. I'm working in some IT company. This is my company laptop actually. So I'm teaching and I'm working also. Because if I know Python, if I know all these things, why can't I go to a job? So what are the technologies which I'm using in my company? I will teach you both. I will teach you and I'll show you those scenarios also. What client configurations will be there? Okay, what they need. If you got a new requirement from a client, how do you configure? So everything I'll show you that. Is it clear? So you will get from scratch till end. What are things? The people who are teaching here, everyone is working and they are teaching. Because why we need to teach? This is my passion, and there is selfishness also. Why? Because when you go to interview for the first time or second time or third time, and you're working for 3 years, and then you need to prepare from the scratch. Okay, I'm having an interview tomorrow. I need to prepare. Then we'll refer all the Google books and everything. But now I don't require to refer anything, right? Because I'm already teaching. Yes or no? So that is one of the best thing for me. And for you, it is you are having multiple people are there. Everyone will not have the same question. Everyone mind is different. Thinking way of thinking the power will be different. Amrita will think in a different way. Avinash will think in a different way. Arshad will think in a different way. Everyone will think in a different ways. Then my question. So if I got any question, I will clarify with you. Then you got any question, you will clarify with someone. Is it clear or not? Then every question will be a knowledge for everyone. So this is one of the best thing. Is it clear? Then how exactly we troubleshoot in the real time? If you got any issue, how will you troubleshoot? If you got any tickets also, I'll show you that. How exactly we are troubleshooting the issues, how exactly we need to resolve the issues. And if I'm doing any project, like I involved in multiple projects, how we need to do it? The same projects I'll give you at the last. Once we are doing with the switching practicals, then I'll give some basic projects. Let me show you some projects which I'm which I gave it to one of the client students. So once you are doing this, then you should be able to, I'll give you, okay, these many tasks you need to do it. If you got a scenario like this, let me show you a scenario, okay, not this. This is one of the company scenario, purely on routers. And then I gave them one more scenario, which is, this is one of the a basic company scenario. And then I'm adding more things on this. This is, if I have two branches, are they branch 1, branch 2, how they can be able to communicate. So everything you need to do it. Means once you are exiting from this institute, you should get a job for 100%. But it purely depends on you. From my side, I will give you 99.99%. From your side, I want 0.001%, which is your practical knowledge, and then answering the questions in the interview. Then how can you answer the questions in the interview? All those things we'll discuss. Is it clear, everyone? So these are the labs what I will give you for them, for what I used to give. Any questions on this? Anyone have any questions for me? Have you understood what I'm teaching? Harshad, Amrita, Pavan, Avinash, any questions? No questions. Okay, we are starting.